Absolutely. Katrina was one of the big things that really hurt us as a company. We had some people essentially beg us to come down and rebuild some properties. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to. I didn't want to. Finally, I gave in. I should have never done it because I turned around and I got burned for a lot of money. And we did collect half of the money that we had invested.
Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Scott Bursey. All right, real estate pros, we are heading to the heart of the Lone Star State, the 817, to speak with Leon Munson, who is a powerhouse in one of the fastest metros in the country. Leon is a master of the Dallas-Fort Worth landscape, a man that understands that in Texas, you don't just find deals, you build legacies. Whether it's the high-growth suburbs or it's the urban core of Fort Worth, he is the finger on the pulse of the market like no one else. Leon, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Scott.
It is just excellent having you here. Certainly appreciate your time. I think our audience is really going to take something away from your perspective on building a recession-proof portfolio in one of the most competitive regions in the world. Leon, let's dive in, shall we?
Yes.
Awesome. So first off, for people who may not be familiar with your world, give us the short version. What's been your main focus here recently?
Well, as a builder, I consider myself a design builder. I've been doing.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Various projects for many years. My whole life has been in construction. So we'll buy and sell properties, we'll buy and sell land, we'll develop. It just kind of depends on what opportunities hit us at that moment.
Certainly. Understood. And what markets are you operating in?
Mostly the Dallas-Fort Worth, since it's here local. However, I've had particular projects come up in other states. So we've been as far north as Detroit and New Jersey, Florida, New Mexico, Colorado, all those areas.
Awesome. What caught my attention about you was the way you've been able to leverage your deep Texas roots to build a modern tech-forward real estate engine. That requires a level of surgical precision that most people just haven't developed in this shifting economic climate. What's the unshakable pillar in your system that allows this machine to, let's say, scale without breaking, even when the market gets volatile?
Sure, sure. Well, just like anything else, you have to spend a lot of time looking forward, not backwards. If you start worrying about what you could have done different on this project or that project, it's going to kind of keep you from moving forward. So I try to keep um, my eye on the prize, so to speak, the finish line, and know that it's just a matter of uh, get up and go and do it, and don't let anything slow you down.
And I don't think you're lacking any mojo. Now, every operator
Yeah,
I know has a moment where, Leon, things got real. Maybe a deal that went sideways or a time they had to pivot fast. You mind sharing one of those moments with us?
absolutely.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Absolutely. Katrina was one of the big things that really hurt us as a company. We had some people essentially beg us to come down and rebuild some properties. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to. I didn't want to. Finally, I gave in. I should have never done it because I turned around and I got burned for a lot of money. And we did collect half of the money that we had invested. However, that was 3 years later. And anybody knows, when you're running a company and you run out of capital on a project, and then you have to wait. 3 years is a long time.
It is. And it sounds like you may have strayed from your gut feel on that particular one.
Yes, agreed.
That's the real world
Uh,
grit that usually gets left on the cutting room floor, Leon. Most people want the highlight reel version, but you're giving us the actual blueprint from the trenches, Hurricane Katrina that went sideways. And honestly, that's the barrier to entry for the elite. It's what separates the weekend hobbyist from the career operators who are still standing a decade from now, like you. Let me ask you this. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next?
we're working on a ventilation product that is revolutionary. We have two different patents that were released almost immediately because there is no competition in this space. Blue ocean is not just a term; it's an actual thing with this ventilation system.
How exciting. Not one, but two patents. So,
Yes,
on
sir.
that note, what's your next real big target, your next goal, if you would?
We're getting ready to launch this product next month, and I think that's going to take a lot of my effort into making sure that it gets marketed and branded. I don't really like buzzwords a lot, but sometimes you got to use them. So that's our next big challenge. Yes.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Awesome. And that is big. It's significant, especially when you already have, the infrastructure in place. That next move is where the leverage lies. It can either perfect your operations, Leon, or detonate your workflow, depending on the strategy that you employ. Interested to know,
Yes.
if you were starting over today with 50K and 10 years of experience, but zero portfolio, what's the first lead engine channel you'd turn on?
Great question. I think probably most people are going to agree that real estate is certainly one of those things that you got to have in your portfolio because you can leverage, real estate in a lot of different ways to help you finance other projects. And so that's one of the things that I think is key to starting out.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Now, I know a lot of our audience is either earlier in their journey or looking to level up. And I think they'd benefit from hearing this. When it comes to building relationships and growing your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
Mm. Integrity, I think, is important. Communication. Um, and, in this world, we have more ways to communicate, but it seems like we have less communication. Uh, yeah. So I really like the one-on-one communication, pick up the phone or have a meeting, have lunch or whatever versus a text or an email.
Absolutely. It sounds to me like you work on those authentic relationships, the communication, the personal touch, the face to face, if you will. And you cannot argue with that winning recipe. And that's something that you can't fake that either. At this level of the game, proximity is power. The math of the
Agree.
deal only gets you so far, as I'm sure a lot of our audience knows. It's the depth of your connections that determines who actually gets to the closing table. All right, Leon,
Yes.
before we wrap, if someone wanted to reach out, connect with you, maybe collaborate or learn more about what you've been doing, what's the best way for them to contact you?
There's uh, an email always works really well. Um, I can provide you an email if you need it. Our new product line that's getting ready to launch. There's that also. Um, so preferably email. However, I could leave a phone number as well. So it just really kind of depends on you, Scott, what you guys like to provide for your people.
Well, thank you for that consideration. And Leon, thank you for sharing what you have today. You have some very exciting opportunities on the horizon, and I know you're going to excel at capitalizing on them. Well, perfect,
Thank you very
Leon.
much, Scott.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. I appreciate your time, your story, and definitely your perspective. We need more people in the space who are doing it the right way. Thanks again for being here.
Mm.
And for those of you
Yes,
tuning
sir.
in,
Thank you so much.
yeah, it's been our pleasure. And I know our audience is going to walk away with not one, but several nuggets from our conversation here today with you, Leon. And for those that have found value in conversations, in this conversation in particular, make sure you're subscribed because we have more conversations coming up with operators just like Leon who are out there building real dynamic businesses. We'll see you in the next episode, everybody.